Abdullah Naziru Abdullahi, Executive Vice President at KK Kingdom Group. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, Fuma.
So you've just told me about a very interesting project taking place in Kaduna. So Kaduna being 2 hours away from the capital of Nigeria, Abuja, where we're sat here today. So it's a transformative project. So maybe you could tell our viewers a little bit about the project and the idea behind it. I mean, you're the brainchild of this project, so tell us the idea behind it.
Okay, Omar, thank you very much. The Green Economic Zone is a special economic zone designated and approved by the Nigerian Export Processing Zone Authority, NEBZA. That is the regulatory body in terms of taking care of all the special economic zone within the country. It is 748.9 hectares, that's the size. And also it's located in Kaduna State, close to Fifth Chaka Resort, which is a polo resort in Igabi local government, which is just 20 minutes from the city center of Kaduna State. The idea behind the Green Economic Zone is we need to industrialize every part of Africa. And Nigeria is the largest economy in Africa. If you look at all the other industrial zones and factories, they are all located within the Lagos coastline, the Port Harcourt, because of the water. But at the same time, the agriculture, the mineral resources is all located in the north. So we looked at that idea to bring a type of incentive, to bring a type of infrastructure for people that can actually tap benefit of what is in the northern part of Nigeria and to create ease to also send those items out of Nigeria through the land system, through the railway, still going to Lagos and living out of the country. So this is the initiative behind it as well, to industrialize every part of the country.
Okay, and what are the industries that are going to be present within your zone?
Yeah, the industries that we've identified in the Green Economic Zone, we have the anchor tenants. The anchor tenants are majorly four, and the anchor tenants are businesses that will attract other smallhold investors or investments, such as the solar, gas, 250 megawatts plant that will be there. We have the substation already. Then we have the edible oil, 1,200 metric tons per day of edible oil. Then we have the pharmaceutical hub that will be within the Green Economic Zone, and then the textile and garment factory. These are the anchor tenants. But we have other businesses like agro-allied, the copper cathode factory. We have car manufacturing, car assembling. We have electronic manufacturing and assembling. So it's open for, I think, every field of industry. It's open to be in the Green Economic Zone.
And you'll be servicing what? The northwest, the north, the northeast, or all of the north?
To be very honest, we will be servicing entire Africa. Because if you look at now the agric, the north is known for the high yield of agriculture in soybeans, in ginger, in sesame seed, in groundnut, and cassava and so many other things. These are things that we need for our day-to-day livelihood. And if you look at all this like cassava, you can actually take methanol from it, which is used for medicinal benefit. So it's for everyone, in Africa, in Nigeria. It's just that adapting and taking advantage of the natural resources there and also the agricultural resources, because the north has an arable land of over 80%.
Okay, and tell me, in terms of the nitty-gritty, so the financial structuring of this economic zone, the incentives from government. Can you tell us a little bit about the structure from a business perspective and the role of institutions such as Afreximbank and also the role of commercial banks as well?
Yeah. Okay, in terms of the incentives that will be provided in the zone, there is the standard free trade zone incentive of the Nigerian law, but also there's an added advantage that we are also going to give because we are a special economic zone. So it's an industrial park, and there's the free trade zone. There's also a special economic zone, which they have two different functions. So we will have the tax holidays, 100% tax holiday. We have a flexible payment plan for investors up to 4 years, which the norm that is done in Nigeria is 1 year or 2 years, but we are giving that cover of 4 years. Once we receive the 25% payment from the investor, they can move to the factory immediately. We'll have the light there. We'll have 3,000 metric cubes of water that's coming from the dam, which is not far from the zone. We're going to have also 100 repatriation of capital and also of profits. And at the same time, import and export, there won't be any duty that will be accrued. So there is that exemption of government levies, of federal government, state government, and even local government. In terms of the structure, it's a joint development agreement with the Kaduna State government. We, KK Kingdom, the main promoter of the business, we have 90% in the share, while the Kaduna State government has 10% stake in the business. And also, you've asked about Afreximbank. Afreximbank has been, I can say, the pillar and the backbone support of the project, because when we started the initiative in 2021, we engaged the Afrexim Capital Market and Advisory ACMA to assist us with the necessary documentation for the project to achieve bankability. As I speak to you today, the journey has been so good, and I think we've made a lot of progress with Afreximbank, and also hoping to get disbursement sometimes around this year to start the work of the infrastructure. They are also coming in the anchor businesses like the edible oil, like the pharmaceutical, the solar. They are also providing debt financing for such type of businesses so that the zone will be all-encompassing, and it's going to grow together with the infrastructure and industries at the same time.
And in terms of the impact for Kaduna State?
Yeah, and the impact is not actually only for Kaduna State, because I can clearly mention that the zone itself, once it's fully operational, as now it's operational, but on the mining side and on the agri side. But once it's fully operational, everything comes into place. We will have around 50,000 indirect and direct jobs generated. This is for the zone. I can tell you more about the copper. Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria, we have a lot of copper, and we know copper is used for electricity, transmission, and so many other things. The Green Economic Zone is currently having a trading business of copper with some Chinese firms and around the world, and we plan to have a copper cathode factory that can produce up to 65,000 metric tons per annum, which will create 30,000 jobs just on that one factory. So in terms of the impact, the sustainability impact is there. Out of the 17 SDG goals, we've been qualified for more than 15 of the SDG goal, the gender equality. Even now at the site, the proposition of our staff, we have around 60% of female involvement and 40% of male involvement. So we're trying to make sure that we give equality to everyone, to give a fair share, and also to support Kaduna State jobs, and also to support other professions within Nigeria and outside Nigeria as well.
Okay, amazing. And tell me, on the financing side, so are you getting commercial banks as well, or right now it's just the DFIs that are underwriting this?
So commercial banks, yes, we have some relationship with the commercial banks, especially when it comes to the issue of the bank guarantee. So we have the DFI from Nigeria, and we also have Afreximbank. So Afreximbank is the mother financier, the main financier, and then we have the Bank of Industry, which will also provide another financing together to form the $137 million the total project cost, which the debt is around $82.3 million.
Amazing. Well, congratulations and
Thank you so much.
And in terms of lastly, in terms of your timeframes and timelines?
We're looking forward to complete the project within the next 2 years. If everything goes as planned, you know, the financing, we've been quite a long journey with the bank, but we're very appreciative of the journey. It's been a very good eye-opener. So once we get the financing sorted, sometimes between Q3 of this year, I think 2 years we should be able, because even now there are work ongoing. The fencing is ongoing now in the site. All the roads have been cleared. You know, all the linkages have been done. We have the equipment that are there. We have the batching plant. So we're fully prepared to make this a transformative project, and we are building the future for Nigeria and also Africa at large.
Thank you so much for your time.
Omar. Thank you so much. Nice to see you too.